Hello, this is Channel Layer Ace, and this is another flag tutorial inside After Effects, but this time I will gonna be using Trapcode Mir plugin to make the flag more realistic. So you have to have Trapcode Mir plugin to make this flag. And it also is looped. Okay, let's begin. Make new composition. Let's select ellipse tool, draw ellipse like this here. Let's make this 30, and let's drag this out of bounds, out of screen. Select shape layer and pre-compose and name this displace map. And inside here, let's make the animation. Let's also make the composition longer so we can later make the looped animation. Okay, let's make this 20 seconds and expand with this timeline. Go inside shape layer, contents, ellipse path, and hit on size stopwatch. Go to about 8 seconds and make this ellipse bigger so it grows from left to right like this. Also select both keyframes and press F9 to smooth the animation. Okay, so we have now one ellipse. Let's make duplicates. Let's make 3. 1, 2. So we have 3 ellipses. Select all and hit U to reveal keyframes. Drag the timelines a little bit further, like this. Also, we can randomize animation a little bit by dragging these keyframes like that, something like that. Also, let's select each individual circle and drag it up or down. You can select and use keyboard keys up and down to move the circles. So we are doing this to randomize the animation later. Okay. Now again select these 3 layers and hit Ctrl D to duplicate. Bring them up and again move them forward in timeline. And basically we have to make the animation so the circle lines fills all the screen up until maybe 14 seconds. And again select everything and hit Ctrl D and bring it up. Again move forward. Also we can randomize our shapes a little bit. Select some of the shapes and make maybe 50. So we can also randomize like this. So animation have to be random. Also let some circles can go even more to the top, some even more to the bottom. The more random animation, the better. Okay. And again, select everything. Control D. Bring it up and move it after the last, like this. And again, select these top layer. Some of doesn't matter too much. Select some of these and again bring forward. Basically, you have to have a full screen filled with the circles. Okay, now let's make a loop. Select everything, pre-compose, enter circles, circlers. Okay. Now go back to this displace map composition and let's change back to 10 seconds. Now let's go in the timeline until all the screen is filled with lines. Something about 7 seconds. And select this timeline and press a star on the keyboard. How do you call that symbol? Where it is located above 9 digit on the keyboard. Or you can also just select like this and markers, add marker. Now let's blur this. Search for blur and fastbox blur and make it 75. Also let's add a mask. Select rectangle tool, select this layer and draw a rectangle like this. So this side will be dark, so this side won't have any displacement. Later you will see on the flag how it looks. Now select circles layer and Control D to duplicate. And let's drag this. So we have 2 markers. Drag this marker to the start of the animation and drag this second layer so the marker is at the end of animation and not at the end but 1 frame further, so the loop will be smoother. So let's hide this and let's see when we have the appearing circles. So right about here we have something on the screen. So we have to make this one disappear now. So select this, hit T to reveal opacity and hit stopwatch, enter 0, bring it back a little bit and enter 100. So now we made a looped animation of circles. So this around here on this keyframe this completely disappears and we left only this one. Hope this makes sense. Okay, now we have our displacement map. Let's make this invisible and let's create new solid mirror. flag. Let's search for Mir plugin and drag on Mir layer. Let's make size XYZ individual, and let's make this. Doesn't matter, you can make it how you want. Let's go inside fractal. Let's change frequency to 0 and amplitude to 1000. Let's go inside shader. Let's change to flat. Let's go inside texture and okay, texture. Let's create texture later. Let's go inside fractal, amplitude layer, and select our displace map. Now let's add a light, new light, point light. Okay. Now back to our Mir plugin, go into geometry and make 512 and 512 for vertices Y and Z, Y and X I mean. And let's go inside material and specular, let's reduce to 0. Already looks good. Now we can create a texture. So I have a texture here. You will be able to find in link in the description where you can find this texture. Let's select pre-compose texture. Let's make it smaller, like this. Hide it. Go to Mir, go to texture, and select our texture. Now you can basically put here anything you want. For example, you can make a flag. You can make a flag with texture. Also, let's make another light. Select your light and hit Ctrl D to duplicate and drag it to the left. And let's see. The first and last frame is looped. And that's it. So you will be able to find project file on my website. The link will be in video description. And as always, have a good day and bye bye.